Alright, what's up everybody? We are on Season 3, Episode 8 of Attack on Titan, and for once I won't be doing too much talking. I know that in the intro for the last episode I spent like 10 minutes doing so. Yeah, I just want to kind of, that's the thing, I just watched Episode 7 already as well, and I just want to kind of see, where we go from here, right? Which is of course that we saw that last episode we ended on Historia's dad turning into a Titan. I assume Eren is going to be fighting him now. I don't actually think that fight that's gonna inevitably happen will have too much of a significance anymore after that. I feel like this is just the story's way of bringing this Broad Rise guy's story to an end, if that makes sense. But the real question is, where do we go from there, right? Because yeah, that's one of the things that I've been asking myself. It's like, okay, so knowing what we know now, do we still even really have an enemy anymore? Again, like, where do we go from here? Yes, there's still Kanye's guys, of course, and they're still not really sure what's up with them. There is still, yeah, that's the main thing, I guess. What's still very much lingering is just all the things that have been teased throughout the course of the show that we haven't gotten back to yet. So that's mainly, again, the Beast Titan and the guy on top of him. I guess you could say that's like, oh yeah, the basement, which we will eventually, hopefully, still get to. Because like, yeah, that's kind of what they mentioned at the beginning of the season they wanted to do next, right? Is they wanted to seal that first ring back up. And that way they'd be able to hopefully, clear all the Titans in there, then go back to Eren's house and actually see what's in that basement that the dad had been teasing to him all this time. Maybe the dad made even more discoveries or something that we don't know about yet. And that's gonna be in the basement. I mean, I have a feeling like this basement thing, if I can actually get back into that. We haven't talked about it for so long, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's going to be something so huge once we get to that. I have no idea what to expect. Like I feel like there would be like, I don't know, you're going to go to this basement and there's going to be like a gigantic Titan or something locked up in it or whatever. It's going to be something crazy like that, I assume. Maybe not, though. Maybe it's like a basement and then it's a little note with like a revelation on it. Who knows? This show, that's the thing. It constantly throws your expectations around. I love how it does that. And certain things when you feel like, oh, look at the teasing they're doing here. This is going to be crazy. I remember that with the King guy, right? We see the King guy literally sitting there like this the whole time. Like, man, the moment he's going to actually have his first line, I don't know what he's going to say, but he might turn into a Titan or he might do this or that. And then it turns out to just be a pawn and a complete jackass, right? And that's constantly what this show does. And I think it's so genius. Whereas sometimes, small stuff that you don't think too much about then ends up being a huge deal in retrospect. And you honestly, a lot of it you don't even realize until you actually watch the show another time, or you go back to like previous episodes, right? Which is one thing that a lot of people have said about this show. Like, honestly, it's a must for people to watch it a second time after they've already finished it or whatever, because you're going to be noticing so many things. And I can already tell you that I have been noticing a lot of things, just by the couple of episodes that I went back to watch. Or that when I would just go back to like previous edits for my own videos or something, right? So yeah, again, it's just a fantastic show all around, and I just want to see where it goes from here. Of course, if you enjoy my reactions, you can support me on Patreon and already get access to the next 8 episodes. We are now in episode 8, so that means that on Patreon we're going to be on episode 16. Linked on top of the description, of course. OVAs are there as well, full-length reactions, you know the drill. But for now, let's get into this new episode, which I should be looking up the title real quick. Okay, that's interesting. It's called Outside the Walls of Orvud District. I'm not sure what that's about, but we're going to find out. Let's go. Okay, Hanji's still fine. Yeah, this place is crazy large though, as I already said last time around. It's not Eren. Oh, they probably think that it might be like Kanye who did it, or I don't know. I mean, they won't think at first that it's the dad. I don't know if that matters though. Oh my god, Aaron. Can Aaron not just turn into a Titan though? Does he still not have the... Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna be something huge, right? Because he mentioned... Oh, actually, yeah, because wasn't this what he said? This would be like that first Titan he mentioned, right? The first ever Titan or something, which was huge. Yeah, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think we're gonna be saying bye to the dad anytime soon yet. Because you're not gonna take that Titan down in this episode, I think. Oh my god, Aaron. Look at your friends here around you, man. They're giving you a reality check. Just listen. Yeah, I remember. That was during the female Titan. What is happening, man? Oh shit. Oh wow, that's how he's gonna be protecting them. Man, thank god Hanji made it out just in time. Jesus Christ, the whole place is just coming down. That's a bit more damage to the chapel than last time. Yo. Oh, is he like crawling like one of those spider-like titans? Yeah. I mean, they might really start needing, I don't know, Reiner and Bertolt to take this one down. Actually. Although I don't know if that's a possibility. Oh, wow. Even the whole Titan was like that. That's awesome. Titan hardening, yeah. Yeah, well, this is what they're gonna use to seal the wall, right? I think this will do. Looks awesome though. Yep. And then we can get back to the basement.
すればうちの地下室を調べられる。でも親父の正体は。アルミンも無事です。アンジさんとモブリットさんも。
What could be waiting for them in that basement?
エレン、無事だったか。おかげでみんな助かりました。でも正直言うと、あなたが泣きわめきながら気持ち悪い走り方で飛び出したあのシーン、もうこれはダメだ。おい、このおばんげねえやつはちゃんとしないや。ほんと目覚めさせてからこんが鼻たりが思いましたよ。エレン。
Man, Armin was kind of looking like a titan there with that shot. He looked huge, but it was just regular Armin. Oh wow. Oh, actually, those pillars are still just from the place itself. Jesus Christ. Damn, this shot, man. This looks so interesting. Well, awesome is the better word, but... Yeah, that's still one thing I never really touched on, but like the difference between the abnormal titans and then the regular ones. Still don't know why that is. I mean, like, I really feel like they can't take this thing on by themselves.
正確にはオルブドクだ。奴の進路はおそらくそこに向かっている。
整理してみよう。つまりロットレースが始祖の巨人と呼んだエレンの中にある巨人の力。それはレイスケの血を引く者が持たないと進化を発揮できない。初代王の思想に支配され、人類は巨人から解放されない。へえ、すごく興味ある。初代王曰くこれが真の平和だって。
So then is there ever a way out? Well, I guess so.
つまり人間に戻ったロッドレイスを拘束し、初代王の洗脳を解く。これに成功すりゃ人類が助かる道は見えてくると。
But then you'd have to sacrifice Aaron.
お前はそうなる覚悟はできていると言いたいんだな。
選択肢はもう一つあります。まず今のやり方にはいくつか問題があります。一つは確実にロットレイスの洗脳を解けるという確証がないこと。彼をどう拘束しようと人類の記憶を改ざんされたら終わりです。むしろあの破滅的な平和思想の持ち主から始祖の巨人の力を取り上げている今の状態こそ人類にとって千載一遇の好機なんです。そう、あなたのお父さんは初代王から私たち人類を救おうとした。
ミカサやアルミン、みんなを救いたいならお前はこの力を支配しなくてはならない。
何の考えもなくそんなことするわけがないよ。
I mean, clearly.
レイスケの血がなくてもきっと人類を救う手立てはある。
Yeah, so
だ
the
からエレンに地下室の鍵を託した。
yes, so the basement. We might have to check what's in there to learn more.
地下室ってあれですね。つまり大事ですよね。
Yeah, it's probably pretty important, Sasha.
壁の穴を塞ぐ目処がようやく立ったんだ。
用のない巨人を壁の中で自由に散歩させてあげるわけにはいかない。あのサイズじゃ拘束も無理だろう。つまり君のお父さんを殺すほかなくなる。
Well, I think she made a choice already. If she's just honest about it.
エレン、ごめんなさい。私は巨人になったあなたを殺そうと本気で思った。
I was gonna say.
でも人類のためなんて理由じゃないの。お父さんが間違ってないって信じたかった。
Yeah. But now.
でももうお別れしないと。
Indeed.
全員行動に集合してください。すぐに作戦会議を開くそうです。
分かった。
I guess we're gonna be kind of setting up a game plan now for the next couple episodes or something, right?
お前にやってもらうことがある。
はい。
女王になれ。
女王様、ヒストリアが。
クーデターは成功したが、兵団がトップに立っても民衆は従わない。正当な
They need a real queen or king.
偽物から王冠を取り戻したって物語が必要なんだ。
ヒストリアはようやくレイス家から離れて自分を取り戻したわけで、なのにまたお仕着せの役目を与えるのはつまりかわいそうかと。
わかりました。次の任務は女王ですね。
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought she would be just ready to accept that responsibility, knowing what she's doing it for.
心配してくれてありがとう。兵長、一つだけ条件が。
ああ、
自分の運命に自分で決着をつけさせてください。
Is she gonna be the one fighting the dad or what?
ロッドレイス巨人の現在の位置が分かりました。
Well, she's just gonna help, I guess.
進行中。やはり夜明け頃にオルブド区に到達する見込みです。どうやって住人を避難させるつもりだ。
避難はさせません。
何？
住人にはこのままオルブド区に留まってもらいます。
正気か。
I'm assuming he has a reason for it. It wouldn't be Erwin if he didn't. Alright. Great episode, as always. What can I say? Let's go to the review. Yeah, I always like episodes like these because they kind of use certain moments, and I've touched on this in the past as well. Like, I see a pattern here in that the show sometimes does this, where like they just use particular scenes or conversations or whatever between characters to kind of summarize everything that's going on. Still reveals some new details too, of course, but yeah, it kind of just like allows viewers after a bunch of crazy episodes with one twist after the next to kind of catch a breath, I guess, and then realize like, okay, what's gonna happen now? And that's the thing, like basically right now there's just kind of a list that we need to work our way down of things to do, right? So we need to get rid of this Titan. That's one, and that's with the most emergency. Kind of reminds me of back in season 1 when we had like we had objectives there too that we still needed to get to, but then first there was that whole thing with the boulder that needed to be placed, right? It's kind of the same thing now where like we have this emergency situation with this Titan, Rod Rice, that we need to get rid of. After that, yeah, it's about learning what they can actually do then, right? And the main thing there is to get to the basement, which we will be able to get to the basement once we seal the wall. And we've now seen, literally in this episode, Eren finally uses hardening ability. So he's ready to help with doing that now. And this is something that, of course, we had already established in the first episode of the season. This is what we were kind of trying to work our way up towards. Yeah, to finally, you know, seal that gap that's there from the very first episode of the show. And then we can get to the basement and see what the dad had prepared, and like what or prepared, or I don't know, like what he had found out, or that's the thing, I have no idea what to expect. It's kind of like, it's pretty funny how I was literally touching on all of that in the intro for this episode, and then lo and behold, in this episode it becomes a main thing again, right? So I guess the timing for me doing that was pretty convenient, and yeah, good. But great episode. I mean, it was kind of like, yeah, kind of an in-between episode, I feel, where it's like, okay, yeah, I mean, again, like, what are we gonna... We now, again, we learned what we're working our way up towards, and so I'm just kind of, yeah, very much looking forward to seeing how that's gonna all play out now in the coming episodes. I do know that, like, Season 3 was, again, split up into, like, 2 halves, right? So... yeah, I wonder if this was episode 8. I think the first half was like 12 episodes. So I wonder if killing Rod Rice is going to take all the way up until the end of the first half, or if actually we'll make even more progress than that. I feel like we will, because things do move relatively fast in this show. So with episode 9, 10, 11, and 12 to go, I still feel like that's a lot. Yeah, that we can do more than just that, I think. So I don't know what that would mean. I guess... I can see something happening where, like, yeah, maybe we're gonna kill the Titan, then we're gonna seal up the gate, and then we literally get to the basement or something, and that's where maybe the you know, like the show ends on a cliffhanger or something, right? The first half. So I don't know. I'm guessing that's kind of the layout. One thing I should quickly point out still, because I was scrolling through the episode and then realized that we see how as Rodrice turns into that Titan and the whole place collapses, right? A lot of these soldiers from Kanye, they get hit by rocks and stuff falling onto them and they die, presumably, right? But then Kanye, we see this interesting shot where, like, it seems like he still managed to get away. So, like, I feel like Kanye is gonna... Yeah, I don't think he's dead. Maybe they kind of want to make us believe that. But again, like, the shot that they ended on, it kind of seems to hint at us that, like, okay, his fate is unclear. And I assume unclear means that he's still alive. So I wonder what other purpose he will still have to serve. Of course, and again, that's something the show still needs to get into, is like, okay, we know that he's part of the Ackerman family, and we now know that, like, Levi and Mikasa are all in there, and so what exactly are the relationships there? Still don't know about that either. So still a lot, again, like if I would have to generally describe where my mind is at with the show at the moment, it's just that, like, okay, feels like we just have this massive list of like things that we still need to get to, right? And that we know inevitably that we will get to. So I once again, I'm very much looking forward to actually getting there. So for now, I hope you enjoyed my reaction, of course, to this episode. Of course, the next 8 are already up on Patreon, linked up in the description. You can get early access to all the way up until episode 16 actually over there right now. Full-length reactions, OVAs, it's all up there for you to check out. I want to thank you all for the support, of course. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and then I very much look forward to seeing you back in the next one.